Okay, October 2018, and I'm going to update everybody on the shed. It's been a while, and I've had several requests for an update. It's a rainy day today. As you can see, I've put styrofoam, 2-inch styrofoam, blocking off the garage door. That's because I'm heating the shed now. I installed a heat pump, a mini split heat pump, and it's getting cold now, so I've decided to, there we go, there's the mini split heat pump. Works really well. I've decided to heat the shop, and I've put styrofoam in the windows just temporarily in the winter. You can see over here styrofoam. And as you can also see, I've already junked up the shed with junk. So this first floor has now become my workshop, and let's see, I've installed a nice TV, got the lights up. I can't remember exactly what I had in the last video. I put ceiling fans that move the air around nicely. And upstairs, let's look. Again, there's styrofoam in the windows. I pulled the shades down to keep the styrofoam from falling in. And it keeps the shed nice and toasty. The second floor, the boys have claimed, I've got 3 boys, and they have their own television here where they play video games, have sleepovers. So there's 5 of us living in a 3-bedroom house, so we're pretty crowded inside. So when they have sleepovers, it's not much space for them. Little mini fridge here. I can't remember if I had all this up. I used plywood instead of drywall to make it have more of an outdoor shed feel to it, cabin. I like how it came out. The lights, there's lights all up here installed. They're just pull lights, so you can pull it on or off. And I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So coming back down again, the mini split. This was a nice investment. I'm glad I put this in. So if you're thinking about heating or cooling, it also cools in the summer. This is an air conditioner and a heater. Now the only trouble was when it gets really cold. These heat pumps aren't that efficient, so I do have some backup kerosene heaters. So you can see the kerosene in the blue containers there, and upstairs there was a kerosene heater that do the job. I'll tend to turn off this heat pump December, January, and February, the coldest winter months here in Ohio, and then just heat it as needed if the kids want to come in and play video games or have a sleepover. We've got a carbon monoxide detector up there, and a fire alarm. So here's another purchase that I made that I'm happy with. It's a Delta cruiser saw, 12-inch. It's my little toy here. I love it. It's got the robotic arms, kind of like the who make it? The Bosch. I guess the Bosch is the other one that has the robotic arm. So all in all, I'm very pleased with the shed. I could go over a couple things that if I had to do it overall again, what would I do different? I probably would build definitely I would build a better base. I would have a pour a concrete slab and not put it up on blocks. So far it's worked out, but you know, I wish I had a more substantial base for the shed. You can see here bottle jacks. I've already jacked the shed up once and put blocks underneath to get it even higher. I raised it 4 inches, the entire shed. There's other videos on YouTube on how to do that. It was pretty easy. The shed jacked up nicely using 2 bottle jacks. What were these? 20-ton, 2 20-ton bottle jacks. Let me show you the outside. So down here, as you can see, this is one of my wishes, that I would have not put it up on blocks, but it's worked out well. But the shed was a little bit low to the ground. The dirt was getting close to touching the wood, so I jacked it up and put another set of blocks in there, get it up even higher off the ground. And then let's see, I think I put shutters on, decorative shutters on the outside since the last you've seen it. Ran electric. There's the outside of the mini split, outside unit. Oh, another thing about this heat pump. This is a Mr. Cool heat pump, and it's actually a do-it-yourself version. So it comes pre-charged. The lines are pre-charged to it. You can see here they're ugly, and it comes in very long length. You cannot cut it, or you'll release all the coolant in it. But it's pre-charged with coolant, so all you do is plug it in to the ends, and there you go. You don't need to call an HVAC person to come out and vacuum the lines and run the coolant through there. This system's made that you buy the unit, and it does the job in my 1,000 square foot shed. So, and underneath the shed, everything is still level. I'm sure at some point it will not be with these kind of blocks. That's the problem with these, but it's staying nice and dry, and I'm very happy with it. So this is an update on the shed. Oh, and I did put gutters in. I don't know if I had those last time. Running off the back. Water is your enemy. You want to get the water away from the shed. See here. I did put a French drain here. Any water running down the hill, so this is sloped down. The house up here is higher ground than the shed down here, so the water slopes down. So to catch any of the runoff, I do have a French drain that runs here to block the water and run it off into the woods. Now this tree is really close to the shed, and I'll probably have to have somebody cut that down because I'm not going to try to tackle that tree. So that's a future project. But everything's holding up so far. Nice sturdy shed, everything worked well. I'm pleased with the outcome. So this is an update on the shed.